right? Like, you spend all this money on this ABK deal. It makes perfect sense why Microsoft is going full-blown third party. Right? Similar to Sony. Pay attention to the patterns. Right? Look at Sony right now.
Sony's
right?
not
Sony's
third
doing
party.
what they're doing, right? Because they need the extra money.
That's not true, MarlonGamingNation, because we have 92 million shipped consoles. People are actually buying our hardware, even if it isn't for exclusive games. See, what you ponies don't understand from the prehistoric dinosaur era is the fact that when you see these companies putting games elsewhere, it's because there's just not enough of you guys to support it on the platform that they're selling it on. This is why I keep telling you guys that gaming, yes, has grown as a hobby, but it has grown in all the wrong reasons, which means that, I mean, look at the sales of Returnal. That was only 1 million. Bro, there was games back in my days in the 1990s that sold over 1 million. And the budgets were far less. What do you people don't understand, man? Oh, but back then it would be a greatest hit. Yes, because the budget of the games were lower. And on top of that, there was more competition than what we see now. And yet, for some reason, new games are selling worse than back in the 1990s? Yo, like, damn, Gabe. So that is kind of true, man. I remember a lot of N64 games was at least charting over 1 million. And that's during the time of what? Blockbuster Video. You know, a place where people actually rented games, which would mean that people would have less of a reason to buy a game. And guess what? People were still buying more games back then than what they're doing now. GameStop with another W.
Call of Duty money is dried up for them. So, hey, let's push live service.
It's not that the Call of Duty money is dried up. It's the fact that every time Sony, Microsoft, or even... it's a reason why Nintendo don't make another F-Zero. There's a reason as to why Nintendo don't do a Kid Icarus game. Because you know why? Ding, 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 ding. Good answer, Carl. There's just not enough people to buy it. You know, they did a gamble with Metroid Prime 4, and I can guarantee Nintendo's probably regretting it. It was cross-generation, and the game sold poorly. So that just goes to show you that when there's not a market, they rather throw Mario with a racket ball and riding around a car, traveling the galaxy. Matter of fact, even driving around the Mario Kart world. No pun intended. I mean, that's what it is. They're going to put Mario in everything. Hey, Mario's having a party. Mario's traveling the galaxy. Mario's having a fever right now. He's sick. Like, Mario's playing tennis. Mario's doing this. Mario's doing that. Bro, is there anything Mario's not doing? Mario's even doing movies now. Oh, my goodness. There's a reason why they keep doing it. Because you know why? You know why? Because those other intellectual properties that Nintendo owns currently, they're just not successful. So therefore, we're not going to see sequels to those beloved titles, no matter how many people enjoy them.
Remember, all this happened when Jim Ryan was in. Come on, you should know this, right? And Sony was begging and clawing their way, trying to see if they can get... I'm so happy it went the way it went, because look at Call of Duty now. Washed up garbage. Not even the same anymore.
Washed up garbage, but guess what? I can guarantee 9 out of 10 times that Call of Duty is probably the most popular game on your platform. That's what y'all don't get. They do this to 2K every year. Oh, man, they messed up the shot stick, man. Oh, man, they really doing this again with the VC and all that. Oh, man, they're making it more. They still buy it. See, that's what you guys don't understand about these casuals. They'll complain about their favorite game and still continue to play it. And they're going to do the same thing with GTA 6, even if the game has bugs at launch. They don't care, bro. See, that's what you're dealing with a different animal. You're dealing with a different beast. This is not like you guys where you're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to wash my hands and I'm not paying $70. That's why they don't cater to us, because you know why? We complain too much. They're like, nah, we ain't dealing with these hardcore gamers. We're not dealing with these fanboys. They expect too much. We want to sell the game for how much we think it's worth. If it's $100, $100 is what it's going to be. Oh, well, I'm not supporting it. Well, guess what? They got 10, 20, 30 other million that will be willing to spend $100 on GTA 6, regardless if you dislike it or not. That is what the industry has become. So when you guys say that, oh, PlayStation 5 is at 92 million, understand that it's at 92 million because of third-party games, not exclusives. That's the honest truth. That is the honest truth. And I know a lot of you guys are going to lie about that, but hey, it is what it is. That's why the exclusive games don't sell as well in comparison. Because if you're exclusive... Now, I will say one thing. PS4 relied pretty heavily on exclusives and was successful. Sony tried to rekindle that with the PS5, and in all honesty, it's been a lot worse. So this is what I'm saying, man. This is not good.
And we all make mistakes, bro. We all make mistakes making impulse purchases that we don't even need to make. And so Microsoft is paying the price for it right now.
Here we go.
Right? And
yeah, what about Sony with Blue Point Studios? Oh, well, it's because you guys didn't pay the price. It's the reason why the studio is permanently closed. Because y'all didn't pay the price. I thought they made exclusives. I thought they made games only for you. I don't even think their games even have a PC release date. But yet, you're going to have ponies sitting there telling you, oh, you didn't pay the price. You didn't pay the price. That's why the game studio got closed. You big dummy.
Can Microsoft make a whole 180? Sure. Will they? Only time will tell. But as it sits right now, bro, it's about the games. That's what people are most excited about right now. What gets people good?
Particular games. Resident Evil 9, Requiem, yeah. GTA 6, yeah. The next 2K, yeah. Even the new Call of Duty that they said they hate, yeah. But in regards to Marvel Wolverine, crickets. That's the honest truth. I don't know how well Fable's going to do, especially in today's era. Forza is a pretty successful game. But I'm just saying, man, nobody's eyes is glued to these games. You know, the next college football, yeah. The next Madden, yeah. What about Gears E-Day? What? I mean, now Gears has its particular niche audience, but I'm not going to sit there and lie to you and say Gears of War is as popular as it was back in the days. It's not. It just has a niche audience of gamers that love the game from when it came out on the 360, and they still continue to play it now. That is it. I call them Gears heads. That's it. But to say that it's on the level of a Call of Duty, even at Call of Duty's worst, Gears of War still pales in comparison. I'm not saying that people are not excited for the game. I'm just saying there's not that many people excited for the game. Does that make sense?
Pumping for Xbox is the games. That's it. Not the hardware, the games, bro. Because they know Microsoft has changed the game forever.
What? He's worried. He's like, his wife creeping up the stairs. It was in my wife. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up, you Marlon! I'm tired of hearing this crap from downstairs. Shut up! Yo, this man. Yo, this
1 second, guys.
He gotta let her walk by, man. What is this? Hello, neighbor? His wife is getting mad at him. He hear her walking, creaking. Uh-oh. What is this? What is this? Dead by Daylight? What game are you playing, bro? Man, you gotta go finish the generator. Let's go. Yo, what? Yo, this man, what is he doing? Yo, what? What is this, Friday the 13th?
1 second.
Oh, I don't know. It could be something a lot worse. I don't know, but I'm just saying. Let's see what he come back with.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I got my head on a swivel. Anyways, so like I was saying.
I still don't understand as to actually what happened, but it's okay.
The game has changed. And Microsoft is no longer, the way they used to be.
Oh, here we go.
I want Microsoft.
Here comes the 360 days.
To continue to be in the gaming space and compete with Sony.
That's not going to happen because you know why? Sony's allowing it. Sony has left the competitive. You guys think that Sony's still involved in it? They're not. They're all singing Kumbaya. That's what you guys don't understand. Didn't y'all see all three of them on stage with one another? They're playing y'all. Sony's telling Microsoft, hey, we got no games, man. We ain't trying to invest like that. Hey, matter of fact, let's shake hands on it. You want to put your games? Yeah, I heard y'all doing a play anywhere strategy. Yeah, Sony, we could do that, but we're gonna take over your games. Yeah, but my audience, they play third party anyway, Microsoft. You sure though? We're gonna come in and our games are gonna be hitting top 10 on the charts. Yeah, it's all right. We don't really want to do a Gran Turismo for our fans. I don't think our fans deserve it. We'd rather just have you guys come in and do the 30%. You sure, Sony? You sure? Yeah, we don't really care about this game and stuff. They don't really buy our games anyway. Every time we make a game, we got to shut down a studio. You see what happened, what we did with Concord? Yeah, I know. They didn't buy it. I know. And we're very concerned about Marathon. We're just trying to see if this works, Microsoft. Yeah, I understand, Sony, but you really sure we don't care about coming in there and monopolizing that third? Yeah. As long as we're getting 30%, Microsoft, we're happy. It doesn't matter. Money's money, right? Nobody got as big as you by doing that, right? Yeah, you're right, though. $4 trillion. See, Sony, it seems like Microsoft is rubbing off on you. Yes, it is. Matter of fact, we even put our games on PC. Hey, and how did you like that Helldivers 2? Our fans are loving it. Hey, did you guys get money from when our audience bought it? Yeah, we got money too. Wow, look at that. We're all happy. Look at that. And Nintendo creeping in the corner. And them game key cards. It ain't really been working for us. But it helps prioritize our exclusives. All right, Nintendo, relax. It helps prioritize our exclusives. What about that Mario Fever? I heard it didn't do it. It helps prioritize our exclusives. That's what it does. We love game key cards because it helps prioritize our exclusives. What about Poketopia, though? Oh, Nintendo has left the building.
So that we can get better products, better services. No, I do not want Xbox to go bye-bye. I don't. But the reality is, for years we've been seeing the writing on the wall. Even with Phil Spencer being in, and how many great things Phil Spencer has done for the brand. And now Phil Spencer is gone forever, not coming back. And now we're
Bro, you guys act like CEOs don't resign from a company, man. That's like doing the same thing with, how many CEOs did it with Nintendo? And I've never heard people say Nintendo was dead, the Wii U, they got Reggie running the company. Bro, I've never heard these excuses until now. Like, what is this, bro? Oh, yeah, Shigeru Miyamoto's no longer a part of Nintendo, therefore the passion and the imagination is gone. Yo, what are we doing, man? Like I said before, this is the way video gaming is now. Like I said, you dinosaurs are getting weeded out. It is what it is. When they do these remasters and remakes, yeah, they obviously doing it to cater to the dinosaur. But in reality, they want the casual gamer to finally play it for themselves. That is it. It's a safe approach to video games. And honestly, a lot of gamers that have been gaming for a very long time are not a huge fan of it. They're just not, because, like I said, the remasters and remakes is not the problem. What the problem is how these remasters and remakes have taken the forefront of what gaming used to be about. Does that make sense? Because we're not going to sit there and say that remasters and remakes haven't existed in some form of fashion back then. They did. Super Nintendo, I think they did it with the NES games for the Super Nintendo. But you still got your Mario World, though. Okay? Y'all like, yeah, Gapes, I see what you're saying. Yeah, even though they did do something like that. But you still got your new game. Matter of fact, I can say the same thing about GameCube. Oh, well, it was really an emulator through a ROM. Oh, but they brought Ocarina of Time and Master Quest and Majora's Mask for the GameCube. That would be somewhat considered what we didn't see it as often, but that would be considered the same thing. Playing those old games on the GameCube, right? But you still got your Wind Wakers. You still got your Twilight Princess, though, right? Oh, I see what you're saying, Games. Exactly. Those new games took the forefront over the older titles. You fast forward to 2026 and they throwing out God of War Trilogy as if it's a game that I have not played before. That is the problem. Like I said, I didn't have a problem with Ninja Gaiden 2 Black because you know why? There was a sequel that was on the horizon. You could play that until you get to 4. I have no problem with that. You know what I mean? Set the premise. Hey, guys, hey. But if it was just a Ninja Gaiden 2 Black with no 4, I would not have been excited for Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. I would have been saying, I played this game before. I'm tired of playing it. I already got access to the game already. What are you doing? But the fact that you had a remaster or remake, whatever you want to call it, and then you have a sequel makes people be like, oh, okay, I could rock with this. I could rock with that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you had a God of War, like a legitimate God of War PS5 exclusive, and then they decided to throw out Gods of Sons of Sparta or Trilogy, then it wouldn't look as bad. But you're trying to tell me that the only God of War game that you got built for the PS5 was Gods of 16-bit graphics? I thought y'all didn't like these guys. I thought y'all had big AAAs, and all of a sudden you're saying a good game. You're like y'all on that SpongeBob stuff. A game is a game, no matter what I play. A game is a game. That's what I said. We used to get exclusive games, but them times have ended. I'm gonna tell all my pony friends that Xbox is dead. Nothing ain't the same without you. It's just a dusty PS5 without you.
To pick up the pieces. This is the reality, bro.
Pick up the pieces,
Long
brother.
gone are the days where we used to get hype behind these consoles and exclusive games.
Yep.
That is over.
For everybody.
As of right now, that is over. And we have to train our minds and think, right now, Microsoft have a whole different ball game going on. And it is to push AI.
It's done. Like I've told you guys, the dinosaurs, you guys have been weeded out. And like I said, get your retro games. Bro, how many times I got to say this in the video? Like, y'all really don't be paying attention. Like, y'all really don't be understanding when I'm trying to tell you what to do. I've already seen the writing on the wall. I don't care about where Xbox, PlayStation, even where Nintendo is going. I could have bought my Switch 2 yesterday if I wanted to. And I said, you know what? I'm looking at the games. I'm like, yeah, Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, and that's it. Everything else, Cyberpunk, okay, Street Fighter 6 is a good game, but on a game key card, I'm like, yo, the hype was out. The hype was off. I was like, I just walked by it. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard they have a price increase coming up, which more likely is the case. I'm like, bro, I'm not paying for this crap. I'm still happy with my Switch 1. Nintendo hasn't shown me or found any way to justify as to why I should pick up $500 Nintendo Switch 2 to play the same old games I got on my Switch 1. I'm good. Oh, but they don't have Donkey Kong and Donkey and Mario Kart World. I think I'll pass. We're gonna need more than that. We got Kirby sold like 1 million. We got the Mario Tennis Fever, which I heard is the best Mario Tennis game that we've had. But nobody's paying $80 for that crap. Come on, bro. Like, Nintendo is lazy, man. They're not justifying. And the funny thing is that Mario Tennis game could have probably came out on Switch 1. It's a lazy game, bro. Lazy. You got Nintendo out here pushing next generation Switch power, and yet we're barely seeing any next generation games. Besides, you know what's funny? The third party are doing it. Assassin's Creed Shadows, too bad they're on the game keycard, but at least they're showing what the Switch 2 is actually worth. Nintendo is not. All they're throwing is a bunch of Switch 1 games and throwing a Switch 2 label on it with enhancement and calling it a day. That to me is embarrassing, because y'all don't understand that, yeah, the Wii U was very similar hardware to the Switch. But anybody that went for the 3DS to play the Switch, that was a huge improvement. Can we all say? Yeah, that is a huge improvement. Going from the 3DS to the Nintendo Switch was a huge improvement. Going from Switch 1 to Switch 2 is not a huge improvement like you think. It's not, unless you want to play third party, which I already have better devices for that anyway. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. Apparently, Xbox is dead again. Like I said, you know, we got one Blue Point Studios video, but these dudes out here dropping 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, it could get to the point, though, the CEO could fart, for crying out loud, and they'd probably make a video about how she destroyed the company like Nutty Professor when she farted all over the Xbox community, and the company just died. You know what? I'm done. You know what? Go ahead. Take care. Peace out.